and welcome back to another episode of the MindSets podcast. It is 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the Happy New Year, the Happy Christmas episode. But we're back for another year, a bigger year. It's going to be a bit of a run-through episode. Charles is still here, actually. That's the first point. Charles is still here. He made it to 2026.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
Welcome back. Thoughts going into 2026 for the podcast?
I mean, there's too much to talk about. I don't have enough time.
Okay, cool. We don't have enough time. That's one of the main things, actually.
Yeah.
We'll run through some of the changes that are coming. One of them is we're going to be far more concise and I'm going to be quicker. So, talking of quicker, news.
Right.
Conciseness.
Yeah.
2-minute news. Hit me.
Hang on. Are we always going to do a 2-minute news?
Yes.
Okay, so the 2-minute news now is 2-minute news.
2-minute news.
I'm already into
You've wasted 7 seconds of the news.
Sporting news, Australian Open is happening starting this month. The African Cup of Nations is continuing, being held in Morocco. I did some Googling earlier. 11 host countries have won the African Cup of Nations. So it's looking good for Morocco, who I think are the number one seed as well. What else is happening? Tyson Fury, he announced that he's unretiring. I don't know who he's going to fight, but that's going to happen at some point this year. England were rubbish at cricket over the new year.
Again and again.
Yeah. Went 3-0 down in the Ashes. And that's all I can remember off the top of my head.
The only additional spice I can give to the Australian Open is Novak Djokovic is going for his 10th win of that tournament.
There you go.
However, he normally does the warm-up tournament for it to get used to the surface, and he's decided not to do it this year because he doesn't feel like he's fit enough to get through that tournament.
Oh, really?
Which is concerning.
Yeah.
He's probably just sandbagging and he'll come out and win it again. I think that was under 2 minutes.
It had to be.
Had to be.
Had to be.
So that's actually the second change that they're going to notice, because you don't know about the first change that everyone will notice. The first change is there was a different intro song. So if you hated it or loved it, let us know in the comments or write in, because we can always revert back. But we've got a new intro song, and some of the branding, everything like that might also look slightly different. We are taking the steps to becoming your favorite podcast and your friend's favorite podcast, especially if they don't know about it. And we want people to know about it more, so we're going to make it look better and we're going to be better. So the next thing that we're moving into is a slight reorder. Everyone's favorite bit. We're going to start.
It has to be, yeah,
we're going to start it this year. Straight in, grind my gears. Do you want to go first?
I don't know if I can kick off 2026 the first grind my gears, but I'm going to give it a go. Obviously, I'm going to start with wristwatch heart rate data.
Oh, this is what the
People want to hear. Only because I saw it recently. Now, I'm a big advocate for using data in training, and I don't want to take away from that. It's the way that people portray it and use it. And we know that wrist data is probably less accurate than using a chest strap. I saw someone posting about how they had like the dog in them because they had worked out for they were running. They'd done, I think it was 2.5 hour run, and their heart rate was plus 188 or something for 2.5 hours off wristwatch data. And they were just going in on how they were mentally stronger than everyone else because they had the ability to hold their heart rate at high. I'm just it's not accurate, man. Just whatever. And it got to me and it was grinding my gears. So that's where I was starting.
Just to clarify why watches aren't scientifically further away from the heart, and also depending on the movement you're doing, dissociated from being able to check a pulse. If you want to argue with me, then tell me why, if you were to do a movement like a ski erg, why your number of steps goes up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't know what's going on.
It could be that.
There we go.
It could be that. The only other thing I would say is if you are using, let's rein it back in, be positive because it's a new year.
Yeah.
If you are using your wrist heart rate data, yes, it's not as accurate. I mean, you're going to get something from it. It's not as accurate. But if it's the only metric you're using, because it's always inconsistent, it therefore becomes consistent. Inconsistent or not, it's consistent. So you can still use it as a tool to help your training, if that makes sense.
Just don't brag about the data.
The fact that you're the dog.
Yeah. Okay, cool. The first one that we've got as a guest written in, and this is actually pretty applicable, I would say. Christmas music after Christmas.
No.
This is spilled over really from last episode, but it has come at the right time because there has been some Christmas music in the last week. And do you know what? I feel a lot of people felt the same way, that Christmas didn't really hit the same this year.
Interesting.
I feel like I needed to get all excited beforehand, and I didn't get that Christmassy feeling. And then Christmas happened, and then it was Boxing Day, and I was like, oh, kind of feeling Christmassy, but it's too late.
And now I have to wait another year.
And so I actually had a bit of a craving for Christmas music, but I still
Would not.
refused. Absolutely not.
Do you want to know why you didn't feel that festive and Christmassy?
I'd love to.
Yeah, because you're old now.
Oh,
Christmas
is this rolling into another grind for years of yours?
Christmas
Yeah, that was
isn't
smooth.
fun. Christmas isn't fun unless you're like a kid and like, you know, Santa's come in and you get loads of presents wrapped up. It's just, it's not the same, is it? That's pretty sad.
Well, so apparently we're old, and that's been annoying Charles a little bit more recently.
Let's not go into that.
We know why this year is a big year for you, isn't it?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. But also off the back of that, no, I can't now. I don't need more people knowing that I'm going to turn 30 this year.
We'll get it out in the open.
Yeah, get it out.
He's turning 30 this year. It's going to be a huge episode.
Yeah, we'll do like a birthday episode on my birthday.
Yeah.
It'll just be like my grind, my gears.
It'll just
turning
people
30.
hating on how old you are.
But do you think there's like a cutoff where it's no longer appropriate to say Happy New Year?
Yeah, and do you know what has been pissing me off is we're well beyond the cutoff, and I've had to say it multiple times today.
I think today is what I would suggest. We're currently filming recording on the what's the date? The 7th. Okay, we're way past the cutoff.
You just triggered another grind my gear when people don't know what day it is.
We're way off the cutoff. Why did I think it was the 5th?
Yeah.
I think
Beyond the 3rd.
But I think because most people went back to work on the 5th, if you weren't in the office until perhaps today, because it's lots of people don't go in until midweek on Wednesday. That's why in my head I was like, maybe it's the 5th. But the cutoff I reckon is today. And anyone who says it after today will go on my grind my gears list.
Okay, that's fair
And
enough.
you already said it today, so
We've discussed, I don't know if this has come up on the podcast before, this can be a grind my gear. I hate it when people do small talk on things like Teams or messaging things at work. When it's like, hey, how was your weekend? Or did you have a nice festive break? Happy New Year. I'm not replying until you tell me what you want.
I'm the same.
Just tell me what you want. So earlier today, in fact, I messaged someone, hey, do you mind sending me this over? They responded, Happy New Year. And waited for me to say something back.
no.
And then they were like, yeah, I'll send it over in a bit.
Sometimes I'm petty if someone is constantly like badgering me and they're going, I need this, I want that, give me this, do that. I will give it to them, but in my message, I'll make the effort to go, hi, how are you? It's lovely to hear from you, etc., and then send them. So I make them feel bad about themselves.
See, I get that back and I'm like, ooh. Yeah. And then I carry on doing what I'm doing.
This is a WhatsApp.
So we're just reading out our messages, basically. Okay, another grind my gear that we have had sent in was terrible PTs in the new year. And we've had many discussions about terrible PTs. I think there is a bit of an issue with the fact that there are people who are coaching with a qualification aren't very good, and there are people that aren't qualified that coach and also aren't very good. And then you've got the opposite of both. But particularly in the new year, a lot of people enter a new phase in the gym or their fitness or take on a new sport and look for coaching. And there are some people that absolutely mug them off in gyms. A perfect example, I was in a relatively, I don't know how to say it. It's not a cheap gym, Nuffield. It's kind of that between a public to expensive gym setup. I very recently saw a personal trainer asking someone to use one of the weighted foam barrels. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like a tube that actually has a bit of weight to it. And they've got like handles in the side of them.
Oh,
kind of looks like the things that the strong men like roll up and then push over their head, the big logs. Oh, but it's just a foam,
almost squishy with like color on the end.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it was one of those, and the movement was to pick it up, and then to use the ends of it like that was the punching on a punch bag.
Oh, perfect.
But in a lunge position.
Perfect.
Now, we've discussed before there are very specific movements for athletes to be doing.
Yeah.
This personal trainer had a repeated session. I was there for 2 hours, like with it a crossover of two people.
For everyone who came in, it was
Everyone
the
who
same
came
thing.
in, it was the same thing.
Yeah. Unless maybe his niche is a certain sport. maybe they're training for like kayak or something.
I've got no serious stand-up paddleboarding.
Well, that
maybe
you don't want to assume.
No.
I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of bad PTs, because it is like such a can of worms, and it's something that like really riles me up. And I've spent the almost last 10 years having that as like a grind my gear day in, day out. So it's a frustrating one.
I've got a worse one than that.
Oh, perfect.
And this is personal. This is one that I'm bringing to the show, but other people have also written in. So we're all just like grouping together as friends this year. There's nothing worse than someone on social media prescribing information.
I'm so
and we're
glad you
coming
brought
into the year,
this up, yeah.
coming into the year with every man, woman, and their dog, quite literally, on social media is telling you how to live your life this year. And I think she's probably lovely. She's great in person, but I'm actually going to call out an influencer called Holly. I'm going to give her the full tag, but Holly took to Instagram today to mention that 75 hard should be cancelled. 75 hard is a challenge that I have done. Quite a few other people have done. You're welcome to go and look into it. There is a series of challenges that you have to do as part of your daily routine. 95% of people that take on 75 hard fail. And that was one of her big points. Why would you start your year off negatively by taking on a challenge that 95% of people fail? The point of it is that it's hard. And if you don't want to do something hard, you don't do it. Whether that's you don't start it in the first place or you don't finish it. It's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to prove something to yourself. And you're supposed to get your life together a little bit. If that sounds up your street, do 75 hard. If it doesn't, go and do 45 days forward, which was the alternative that she had. And I would argue as well that 45
was it 45 or was it 40?
It was 45 days.
Okay, cool.
45 days forward. And I would argue that the 4 things you had to do on a daily basis, if you're not already doing those, you might want to think about your daily routine.
Then it might be perfect for you.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was just like, don't try and cancel something that is supposed to be hard. It's literally literally in the name.
Yeah. I mean, you can apply that to so many things. It's like, why would you do that? It's too hard.
Yeah.
Like, name any sort of challenge you want to set yourself. But I think the social media thing, I was like, let's not talk about bad PTs, and then I'm coming back to it. But the social media thing and your presence online and your ability to create a following is like what's really made the fitness industry suffer in terms of like professionality across personal trainers and coaches, is because if you have a following, you have the ability to therefore sell something. And because you have a following, it almost gives you like false credibility, whether you have a certification or not. So it's just like, this is like tricky place to balance. Like some personal trainers online are fantastic and have a big following, but typically speaking, there's a lot of people with a big following who have absolutely no idea what they're doing and managing to sell trashy programming and trashy programs to people who are willing to listen to them.
It actually does line up quite a lot with businesses, podcasts, coaches, but there are a lot of people that get a following off a viral incident, which honestly, I don't know how he's getting brought into this. Do you know who Ollie Ball is?
No.
Ollie Ball went viral a few years ago on TikTok when him and his friend at school would rate food.
Yeah.
Just that was it. They were in their school clothes. I don't think he's gone to university, because off that virality of rating food, he's now got enough of a following that he lives off it, has YouTube, everything, and just sort of lives his life. And that's the content. As far as I'm aware, I'm not a follower. He just came up recently, and that's what made me think of it. But it's those sorts of people that get a following, know they have to make a career out of it, and maybe go, well, I'm pretty fit. Maybe I'll put some coaching advice out there. Oh, people seem to be really interested in my life. Maybe I'll start a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's great, and I'm happy that they do it, because they're trying to find their love, the thing that's going to be their career. It does make it hard for people like us, where I do believe our podcast has a lot of interesting bits to it, but we also do put some genuine advice and good coaching material out there, and we might go a bit awash. This sounds like
more often than not.
and this sounds like a really sad, crying, like jealous, but it is a natural thing. And unfortunately for people that work in the fitness industry that have got years of experience and loads of qualifications like yourself, to then be drowned out by someone who doesn't really have a proper job but can sit and make 10 trial reels a day, one of them goes viral, and therefore they get 3-4 clients out of it. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's a tough thing that you just have to navigate and not get too bogged down in.
So if you agree with us, then subscribe, follow, hit up at MindSets Podcast. Charles and I would love to be known for good podcasting and good coaching rather than anything else. Okay. Grind my gears.
Yep, we're back to it.
I think, well, I'm done.
You're done,
I think in terms of people writing in, we have had a few more. I've needed to clarify some of them, but I'll bring them back next week.
Yeah.
Which I'll use as a segue into the topic.
Let's go.
So today's topic is to catch you guys up on what's changing this year for the podcast, because we want, as I said, it to be bigger, better. And the most obvious way of doing that is answering people's biggest request from last year, which was, why don't you do more of them? Okay.
I didn't think that was going to be the biggest request.
It actually was the biggest request. Second biggest request was stop doing them. So answering that biggest request, we are going to go weekly. So we are going to have weekly recordings, weekly episodes, bring more of the topics and the grind my gears and all of the above, all of your favorite elements we're aiming to keep in. So what does that look like? Well, that means a slight restructuring of the podcast. You're going to have less long waffly ones. We're going to be more planned, more strategic with what we talk about, which means focusing on things that are coming up. In this year. It's actually a massive year for sport. We sat down together and started writing everything down, and the list didn't stop. I think next year it could be quite the depressive dip in sport. But in terms of the...
So you've got that to look forward to.
Get involved this year and fall in love with us before next year goes bad for sport. But so one of the things that we're going to be changing up, like I said before, is the order. So we'll start with news. We'll then go with Grind My Gears. We'll have one topic a week. So if you want your topic to be spoken about, it's really important you let us know something that you'd love to know more about, something that you think would be funny or interesting for us to discuss. Definitely let us know. That helps us out, and we understand more what you guys want to listen to. And then we'll, of course, be finishing it off with the game. So that's pretty much the sort of outline. From your side, other things that are changing as well.
Well, I think the big thing off the back of that is we want even more interaction with you guys. Yeah. And that's a big thing that we're going to start to push, whether that's through social media or you just get in contact however you want to. The best way for you to get in contact with us, if there are topics that you genuinely think we can add value to and help you with, whether that's fitness or coaching or just whatever, let us know, because that can help shape the episodes that we do. And like Angus said, we'll be a bit more strategic around how we talk about them, and we'll plan and structure a little bit better so it is more concise and hopefully easier to listen to and actually get through an episode.
Likewise, if we're going to be doing more pushes for you guys to get involved with Grind My Gears, rather than just giving you 24 hours notice before we record an episode, but also some of the topics as well, giving you more of a chance to engage with that. We always say that the door is open, so you can always message and DM and we'll see it. But I think one of the other things that we want to do is, through some of the social posts that we have out there, if there's things that you want to see more of on social media because they pop up and they remind you to watch or listen or whatever, let us know what those are, because we obviously want to be making more of those for you. And that's going to be another big push for us this year, is not just to manage to post once a week in terms of a podcast, but to be able to put more of the stuff that you guys enjoy watching on your feed, which is currently washed out by PTs posting 100 trial rows a day with crap content. So attached to some of those changes, we've got some goals in place.
We do.
Do you want to go through, should we do one goal at a time?
Yeah, I think I like the idea of having a bit more transparency around what we're trying to achieve through the Mindset podcast. And to be honest with you, when we did sit down and kind of discussed what 2026 looked like for the podcast, a lot of it was just to keep creating the things that we enjoy, because those were the things that kind of resonated the most with you guys, things like Grind My Gears and the game, and continue to build off that. But for me, I love consuming podcasts and information through watching YouTube. And a lot of that comes actually through YouTube Shorts. And this is something that we discussed at length. And when you're scrolling through YouTube Shorts, a clip from a podcast will pop up. And that's how I'll go, oh, that actually seems really interesting, or I like this person, I'd like to know more about them and what they're doing with their life, whether it's sport or not, doesn't really matter. But I think I'd like to kind of push more people towards actually getting involved and watching it through YouTube. So a big goal for me was build more following on YouTube.
Yeah.
So am I going to put a number on it?
Yeah. I mean, you've got to read it.
100 million.
100 million likes per episode.
Yeah. No, I put the goal down as to get 500 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year.
Now, we already have a head start. I believe we're just shy of 200.
Yeah.
So we're not asking too many of you listening to just hop over to YouTube, watch one, and then just hit subscribe. If you don't watch the rest, that would be hurtful, but you don't have to tell us. But on top of what you were saying about improving things in that sense, I think the other thing that we've spoken about, which has also been good feedback we've had from previous episodes, is bringing some of the science to the table.
Yeah.
I think a lot of you guys, you hear advice, and as we've said so many times already this episode, there's so much advice out there, it's tough to know which one is one to follow. Quite a lot of the time you can't argue with science, and as long as we're talking about good things that are backed up and we're not talking about a rogue paper that came out of the back of Azerbaijan, no offense to them, but if they're talking about high rock stuff, we want to be giving it to you straight with real understanding. And we've got good sources of knowledge, and we know how to find good information for you. So we are more than willing, as we've said, if you have something you'd love to know more about, guarantee you we'd love to know more about it as well. So we're happy to go away and do the homework and bring it back to you wherever you choose to listen. I'm going to jump in then with one of my goals.
Let's go.
And just to clarify, these are not New Year's resolutions. We spoke about those last year. We have extremely mixed feelings about New Year's resolutions. My goal for the year is that we have 500 downloads in 1 week of the podcast, which we have been close to before, but I want it to be something that I see this year, but also hopefully more than once.
Yeah. Get a bit of consistency behind it and get some
exactly
repeat listeners.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be mainly across Apple and Spotify, which is where most of you guys are probably listening now. But that is away from the YouTube. So that's the challenge. We want to grow that, but we also still need to keep the base and grow on those other platforms as well. So wherever you consume, keep going. The next thing I think we've actually both got written down.
I know. We've got to...
Go on.
Let's talk about it. I think to really start to push and develop and grow, we probably need to look at getting some sort of sponsorship behind the podcast. So in whatever capacity that looks like, we've had a little bit of an open discussion around what it looks like and what it means to the podcast, whether it's actual funding or it's there's lots of different ways that sponsorship can come to help support the podcast. And I mean, it's like, in full transparency, if you know people who would be willing to help, or if you want to help, or you want to get involved in some way, this is your call to action. Then you can come and help out two podcasters over here who just want to be able to create more of a platform to help more people listen to what we're talking about.
I think, we're 73 episodes in at this point. I think it's fair to say that we're probably not going anywhere. We're quite well invested in at this point.
I thought I was going somewhere else.
No. So we're 73 episodes in.
And we've got nothing to show.
Well, I mean, basically what I'm saying is...
No, that's not true at all.
Yeah, we're not something that is starting off, we're 3 episodes in and going, hey, where's the help? But it's also, as we've said about the information that we share, I think one of the biggest things we spoke about away from the microphones as well was we wouldn't want to share something that we don't see giving you guys benefit in some way. So there have been some messages of things that we could get involved in, some really rogue things, and they've been dismissed because I don't think they bring value to you guys listening or watching, and they don't honestly bring that much value to us then if it's not bringing value to you. So what we are talking about, and I feel like I'm about to say we're being vulnerable. We are being somewhat vulnerable in that we do want to have help in being able to bring this platform to more people, but we also want help in bringing the right things to you guys. So if you have, again, like Charles said, people that you know that maybe have something interesting that could be beneficial to you guys as listeners or the podcast that deserves a bit more awareness of itself, then absolutely, we'd love to hear more about it. We'd love to talk to those people and those companies, those brands, because I think, as we're sort of outlining here, there's way more strategy in 2026 for us to grow, but for whoever's on board to grow with that, which is huge. I'm going to ask you for your next goal because you've gone similar.
Yeah, I'm almost hesitant because it's like I don't mind being transparent and talking about what our plans are with the podcast. And it's nice to be able to share that a little bit, I think, as we go into 2026. It also gives us a bit of accountability to make things happen. But a lot of what we're talking about is like numbers. And it's like, I want this and this and this. And it's really, it is just a number. But they are numbers to kind of reflect the work that we're doing is the right thing. And it's helping reach more people, because that's inevitably what we want. And I want the interactions we have with the people listening or the people watching on YouTube to like be really genuine, and we can start to create like genuine relationships with the listeners and the people who want to get involved with the podcast. So within saying that, this is another number, but I want to see 10,000 downloads across this year. So the download is basically a listen.
I'm going to add an asterisk to that as well.
Okay.
Because when you do podcasting, you get cumulative downloads. So like there's 72 episodes out there that people could be listening to and discovering.
Yeah.
I'm going to discount all the episodes that have come previously.
So only
on the episodes that we released this year.
Okay, interesting.
I think they go for 10,000, which I actually, based on looking at the numbers, I don't think it's unreasonable.
No.
Especially if we're doubling the number of podcasts we do. I think that should be, I don't want to set another goal that I didn't write down, but I almost want to double that. I don't want to double it and pass it to the next person. Double it and keep it.
Well, I've been conservative. I didn't want to like set out to be too unrealistic.
A big one for you guys. I think last year there was a big change. Obviously, we brought Charles on. I've really enjoyed the episodes. I imagine that the listenership has maybe adjusted slightly. We brought in new faces. We might have lost some that were interested in just having a new guest on every time.
Oh, fine.
However,
Lost because I was here.
No, not entirely. We did 4 guest episodes last year, but none of them had you involved, which was like a bit of a sad and
no, apart from Roscoe.
strange moment. Yeah, Roscoe, actually, yeah. But we want to do more of those because that episode actually went down really, really well with listeners. And I still hear that people tuned in for that episode because they had someone coming from a different background of sport, which I think is really nice and really refreshing.
Yeah.
So we are going to be bringing the guest episodes back. Not all the time. I originally wanted to say like every other episode, but it's so hard to keep on top of that, and I don't want to start something and not finish it. So my aim this year is that we have 10 guest episodes, and I would like you ideally there for all of them, so that then if it's you that's running the game, I have a chance of winning. And if it's me that's running the game, you have a chance of winning.
Sure.
Rather than always somehow losing at our own games.
Which is a common theme.
So actually, yeah, if you have someone that you think would be a great fit to come on and lose at games to us, or just genuinely you'd love to know more about maybe the way they train, maybe the activities they've been doing in their life prior to what they do now, or maybe why they stopped doing what they were known for doing, let us know. Especially if you know them, we'll get them on.
Yeah.
We've had a vast number of backgrounds, and I love talking to people about sports that I don't fully understand or I've never played.
Yeah.
So don't hold back on anybody. Hobby horsists as well. Horsists?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hobby horse riders?
Yeah. One or the two.
I don't know enough about it. Come on, let's talk about it.
Yeah. That's how we learn together.
Exactly.
You've got one more.
I've got one more. This one I think is really interesting, especially as we've already marked one potential episode. I would love to do a live episode or an event. We have already shown that we host some of the best events in the world when we do the Rock Sim, but I think it would be really cool to do some sort of get together for those that do listen, community event, whether that ends up being some sort of sport and then we do a live episode where you guys are directly involved. So if you've got Grind My Gear, you quite simply say the Grind My Gear and get cancelled for us. That I do think that's something that I really want to do this year, because I think there's a lot of people that have been listening for a long time.
Yeah.
And as much as you get the occasional opportunity to say, oh yeah, this is my Grind My Gear, this is the topic that I want you to talk about, I'd love for you to actually be able to be there in person and talk on the podcast or talk to us while we're there.
And again, it comes back to like creating genuine, authentic relationships with the people who are supporting the work that we're doing. Like, we're not doing this for ourselves. We want to actually, like you say, come on and give some evidence-based, discussion around sport, fitness, training, or whatever it happens to be that you guys want to listen to. But it's like, how can we actually take that a step further, is coming out of the screen and being in person. And I think a live event could be a really cool way, or even like a live podcast recording could be something fun and different. And hopefully that we can make that happen.
Can we stop being vulnerable now?
Please.
It makes me feel so uncomfortable. And then or even here. Imagine if this was live and we were saying, oh, ick. Okay. I want to talk about, we mentioned that this year's a big year for sport. 2026 might be the best year for sport we have had in our lives, because what we've got coming up is we've got the Women's Six Nations, we've got the Six Nations, we've got the Winter Olympics, we've got the T20 World Cup, we've got the Women's T20 World Cup, we have got the Solheim Cup, we've got the Football World Cup, we've got the European Championships for athletics, we've got the Masters Golf, we have that every year, but it's just worth mentioning because it's great to watch. We have the London Marathon, again, it's just a great event. We've got London High Rocks, we've got High Rocks, we've got the World Champs coming up, which we've got quite a few people we know going to as well.
Already, yeah.
We've got Wimbledon's coming back bigger than ever this year. We've got quite a few of the some of the tennis players that are currently aiming to be back from injury at that point in the season, which is going to hopefully tee up a fantastic tournament. And then we've got the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, no.
And there's obviously everything else that also happens every year is going to be going on. It's a huge year for sport.
There's a lot going on.
Great time to be a sports podcast, if you ask me. Now, unless you've got other things to bring up for this episode.
I'm just trying to stall because I think you're going for the quiz next.
I am 100% going for the quiz. So as an example of the fact that we are being concise, this is how well planned we are. This episode has been far shorter than our hour and a half ones where we end up going down a rabbit hole of rugby. So we're going to move straight on to the game.
That was for sure my fault.
I don't know how much the listening was on that one. I'm not going to listen to it.
Do you know, it's funny because one of the first episodes we recorded together, when even we were trying our hardest to be really concise and like stick to it, I then was promoting it to some of my friends, like, hey, I was on a podcast, you might want to listen. And they're like, yeah, I'll give it a go. All of them came back to me and were like, it's quite long, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to about 30 minutes and then, I can't listen to you.
Especially if we're going to try and tell people that we should be doing this weekly.
Yeah.
We don't want to be like, have you got an hour and a half a week?
It'll be like the podcast wrapped at the end of the year. It's like you wasted X amount of hours per week listening.
You started 52 episodes and got 2 minutes.
Yeah. 2 minute news. Everyone's going to love it.
Everyone's going to come here for the... People are going to come to us for the news. So
right.
That's what it should be. Now, we've got the big fat quiz of the upcoming year. We can't get sued for that because we put an extra word in. Now,
see what you've done there.
Yeah, that was smart. So we've got 10 questions. If you're listening, watching, pay attention. I would be interested to know how many of these you guys get right. We say it all the time. Put it in the comments. I would like to be able to say that last week so-and-so won.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'll call you out for the win. So if you think you've done well, I don't know how you're going to prove it, but I'm just going to have to trust you. And that's what our community would be based on.
Yeah, exactly that.
I'm pretty sure we have an idea of not trusting people, but we'll ignore that.
My track record for the quizzes has not been great. Last year, maybe for next time, I'll do some data digging and figure out how badly I did.
I think you could save yourself a lot of time and just know that it's not worth it. But it's a new year.
Yeah,
new year, new you.
So I feel the pressure even more now.
And between you guys and me, just for this openness and trust, Charles asked me if he could know the answers to the questions before we started, and he would deliberately get a few wrong. And I said, absolutely not. This podcast is built on integrity.
Yeah, I got a slap on the wrist. And then he told me there's like X amount of questions that if I get wrong is truly embarrassing.
You will
never show my my face here again.
Question number 1.
I don't want to do it.
The Rugby Six Nations starts on the 5th of February this year.
Yeah.
By world ranking, what should the table look like by the end of the tournament?
France win.
Okay.
France win. England comes second. Ireland third. Scotland, Italy, Wales.
Do you know what? It's a very good crack. It's a very good crack. I can confirm that you got 3 of them in the right order.
Oh no!
So your Scotland, Italy, Wales were the bottom 3 in the correct order, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Did I rank England above Ireland?
No. Yeah, you did. You said France, England, Ireland. It is England, Ireland, France, according to the world rankings that came out 2 days ago.
Yeah, after the Autumn Nations, that's tough. I'm backing England to win the Six Nations this year, 100%.
It's a big year. I think we'll have some fun around
and
that.
It's wild that Wales are going to come bottom.
Yeah.
Bad time. Anyway,
Well,
don't go down the
when I was
rugby
looking,
rabbit hole.
when I was looking at the rankings, just for you to know, Wales weren't even in the top 10.
Yeah, I know.
In the world. The rest of them were all in.
There'll be question marks whether or not they should still be in it.
Well, annoyingly, we can't do super rugby focused episodes around the Six Nations because
Everyone hates rugby.
question number 2, February 6th is the start of the Winter Olympics.
Oh no.
Which country is it being hosted in?
Don't do this to me. That's so tough. You know, when I was asking if we could fabricate the results, I did a quick Google, and the majority, because I was like, tell me about all the sports that's happening in 2026. And like the main articles that were coming up were like Winter Olympics, blah, blah, blah. And obviously my brain didn't process that. Okay, the Winter Olympics, is it somewhere that I should definitely, I've heard of? It's not like a
I'm
niche.
asking for country here.
Oh, country.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say Canada.
It's a great shout. It's been used a lot recently, so it's not Canada. It's in Italy this year.
I was never saying Italy.
Fair enough. It is actually a bit of a row one, but they do have some really good mountains.
I'm sure
I've skied there a lot.
I'm sure there's been
Not a flex.
yeah.
That was the most middle class white thing I've ever said. Wow.
I'm sure there's been Italy Winter Olympics in our lifetime.
I'm pretty sure there has, yeah. I'm trying to think of where it is. Whenever I think of the place that it's Turin.
Yeah, that's right.
Turin.
Yeah. When you're like, if you haven't heard of this country, it's going to be a bit embarrassing.
Do you know what? I'm going to go first there. I think it was Turin 2006, unless I'm getting confused with Toronto. Anyway, I digress, if that's the correct use of that word. Question number 3.
Was this bookmarked as you've got to get it?
Yeah, if you don't know this, you might not be allowed back on the podcast based on what you do for a living.
Oh,
High Rocks.
no.
What are the locations
no.
of the next 3 elite races?
Elite races.
Yeah. So the majors, basically.
Does World Champs in Stockholm count?
It does.
Okay, so I've got Stockholm. I've
Nice.
banked Stockholm. That's a settler.
I was going to try and catch you out with trying to guess one for next season and hoping you were going to forget that there was an Elite 15 race at the World Champs, which is Stockholm.
Okay,
so yeah, you've
nailed
got that one.
Oh God, this is not good for me, or the conciseness of this episode.
Well, I don't know if this will help
out.
you. No, absolutely not. There will be one in March and there will be one
Oh, come on.
in a matter of weeks.
I don't want to misspeak.
Okay,
Is that a thing?
maybe.
Is London?
London is one of the
Thank
majors
God.
this season.
Okay, that's good. That's good for the program.
Yeah.
That's solid. Oh, that'd be cool. We're going to be able to see it. That's awesome.
We'll set up a booth.
Don't-
Maybe we'll do the live one there.
That would be huge. Right where they finish.
Yeah. Well,
Hand
the
the bikes out.
problem they'll have with it is that more people will be watching our podcast
true.
than the elite race.
We'll break.
Tough.
We'll break the YouTube stream. Okay, that's good. That's 2 out of 2. So
One more in a matter of weeks.
okay, that's helpful. Is it helpful? I know a few of the race. It can't be another UK based race.
It's not. It's the week after Manchester. So it's definitely not in the UK.
Have they had an elite fifth or like a major there before?
No.
Ooh. Poland is in April. Is Europe?
It's not Europe.
Oh, okay. Then I've got no idea. I'm going to say it's in America.
It is in America.
Is that why Jake Williamson out in America now? He's just flown there.
He is.
Saw him fly there. Okay, then I'm going to go somewhere like Dallas.
It's a good shout. Unfortunately, Dallas had a race at the end of November, beginning of December, so it's too close.
Perfect.
But the correct answer is Arizona. Phoenix,
I
Arizona.
actually did know that as well.
Phoenix,
It's so
Arizona.
dumb.
We're staying...
I'll take 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that was pretty good, apart from they were 2 shoo-ins, as you would say. So we're going to stay in America.
Okay, perfect.
Super Bowl Sunday is February 8th. Bear in mind, I've already spoken about 3 things within 3 days of each other. Crazy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is February 8th.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you what teams are in it because that would be a trick question. We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
What number Super Bowl is it?
Do you want the Roman numerals?
You can give me the Roman numerals, but
I've
do you know
got
what the
no
Roman
idea.
numerals mean?
I've got...
Because I saw the Roman numerals and I had to go and double check
Yeah.
that I was getting it right.
It's not a massive number. I'm gonna say like Super Bowl 70, 60. It's in the. Don't do that.
I'm just raising my eyebrows because you're trying to use my face to figure out what the number is.
I'll go with my gut and just be like 6, 7.
Oh, 6, 7.
I'm going Super Bowl 67. It's lower, isn't it?
It is lower. It's a relatively big one. It's Super Bowl LX, which is 60.
Mate, that's ballpark. I'm taking that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
This is
I'm disappointed in
classic
myself.
for this podcast, but a little side thing. It's really funny that 6, 7 has become such an interesting thing because I grew up in house number 6, 7.
Did you?
67. Yeah.
Wow.
Huge. I've been cool since day one. That's the least cool thing I've ever said.
That's so tough.
Question number 5. We are actually returning to the Winter Olympics for this question.
Stop.
True or false?
My track record with the Winter
True or
Olympics.
false? 50-50 here.
Okay.
Ski orienteering is going to be a new sport in the 2026 Olympics.
That seems like a niche thing for you to make up, and it does seem something that's like pretty fun, like backcountry, like find this, and it is. Orienteering is a big sport. I've got maybe not a podcast PC story about orienteering, but I've got a good story about orienteering.
Very interesting.
Yeah. We'll put that on our Patreon.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe when we get Patreon, we can just talk about stuff like that.
God. Maybe we could.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll discuss off microphone. I'm going to say true.
It is false.
Perfect.
It was a bit of an unfair question because Skimo is coming in. Skimo is actually the nickname they give ski mountaineering.
Oh, cool.
And just for those that are
I've
interested
seen
now,
this.
what
Yeah,
it
I've
is,
seen this.
ski mountaineering is where they're called skins.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like grippy things that help you go up the mountain, but they're like normal skis.
Yeah.
So you go up a mountain and you
it's
come
so
back
good.
down, and then there might be numerous mountains you've got to go up and go down.
yeah.
It's a bit like an ultra race.
Yeah.
Like ultra running, but it's just.
But
you're
it's
on
also,
skis.
there's specific points where they have to take the skin off the ski.
Yep.
Have you seen how fast they take the skins off?
Yeah, they can
whip
like
it.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's also put the skis on the backpack.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the highlight of the Winter Olympics.
I think it's going to be really
I've
cool.
seen lots of reels.
There's a few other events which are coming in which are new, but they're not new sports.
Yeah.
Which is why this one's getting a bit of a highlight.
It is interesting though, like what your background has to be to like get into that as a sport.
And we've spoken before about like VO2 maxes and stuff across all sports. These guys have the most crazy VO2 max because they like run up the mountains. I mean, Nordic skiers are known for it,
Raise high.
but like these are similar sort of training aspects.
Awesome.
Should be really
I
interesting.
look forward to watching. Skimo.
Skimo.
There you go.
Question number 6. In June, the Women's ICC T20 World Cup will be hosted in which nation?
I want to say here in England.
Are you locking that in?
I don't know if I can go better. Yeah, I really should know this. This was another bookmark that I should have known. Is the Women's Euros on a tangent? Isn't that this year?
I believe that is this year as well. No, because we would have put it in our list.
Okay. Maybe I made that up.
Don't try and deflect.
No,
your
my quick Google search, I saw that.
female sport onto me.
That was last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to say England.
You're correct.
I
well
knew it.
done. Well done.
Knew it.
Question
It
number
was in there.
7. Also in June this year, we have the Men's Football World Cup. Which team isn't in England's group? So I'm going to give you 4 teams. You're going to have to tell me which one. Sorry, I'm going to give you 3 teams. You're going to tell me which one
I
is.
left 2025 with a bad football performance on the quiz.
Yeah, so I'm easing you
I
in.
was like, 2026 will be my football year.
I'm easing you in.
Right, I'm going to do
So
terribly.
which team of these next 3 is not in our group? Panama,
Okay.
Ghana, Portugal.
So one of those isn't.
One of those is not in our group this year.
I'm tending towards Panama because I don't know about their footballing prowess.
It's a nice way of saying it.
So I don't know if they've qualified, but that might just be really ignorant and they might be great at football. And maybe, hang on, that's actually a shout. Did Portugal not qualify and it was a big upset or something? Did I see that somewhere? They got beaten by like I don't know, like Ireland or something.
I can't help you with the quiz that I've written.
And then Ghana always perform well at African Cup of Nations, always a good football team, lots of good footballers. It could be any of them.
It could. That's the
quite,
beauty of a quiz.
Quite literally be any of them. I'm gonna kick myself, I think, but I'm gonna go and say rogue choice. I'm gonna say, oh, not in the group. It's not necessarily qualified. I'm all
Sorry,
over.
where did I lose you?
I'm all over the place here. They're definitely all of these teams
are qualified for the World Cup,
but that one of them isn't in our group.
One of these teams is not in our group.
Ghana.
Incorrect.
Perfect.
We have in our group this year, we have Panama,
Perfect.
Ghana,
Perfect.
and Croatia. Portugal have actually qualified.
Okay, yeah.
But they have had some tough times in football recently.
Okay.
But yeah, Croatia again.
That was a wild ride.
Croatia historically for us has been an issue.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Is it Modric, Luka Modric?
Yeah.
Is he done yet?
I hope so. He's always like
he's the problem.
He's the problem.
Can he F off?
Imagine being that
nicest
good.
way possible.
Imagine being that good where you're like, he's the problem.
Yeah. It's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic when he would play for Sweden.
He's the problem.
And like, do you know what? Just on top of that, before we move on to the next question, I hated people referring to him as being the problem because I was like, the guy's towards the end of his career. I'm watching this game where we're playing Sweden. He did a bicycle kick from 40 yards away from the goal and went in. And I was like, do you know what?
He's the problem.
He's a massive problem.
Yeah. He's also started doing CrossFit now. He wears rads.
Wait till he comes to High Rocks.
Yeah, you do.
He will be the problem. Okay, question number 8, actually. The Netherlands will be hosting the Solheim Cup this year. But what is the Solheim Cup?
Oh, it's golf.
It's golf what?
It's a golf tournament similar to the Ryder Cup.
Okay, what's the key difference?
Where it's women's golf.
You've nailed it.
Did you already say that? No. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, it's women's golf. It's the women's Ryder Cup.
It's the Women's Ryder Cup.
Well, it's not. It's their own thing.
It is their own thing, but it's Europe versus USA, same match play style as the Ryder Cup, but being hosted in the Netherlands, the course looked beautiful. Really? I was looking on the website.
Okay. Should we go and do some market research and play a couple?
I think we should.
We'll get kicked off the course.
Do you reckon HMRC will allow that as just being tapped on the card? Lovely. Question number 9. Wimbledon said it's possibly a big year this year. Maybe for the aspect of the competitors, maybe for the aspect of the competition. How old is Wimbledon turning this year? 82, 50, 149, or 97?
Ooh, I like the bigger numbers for this.
Okay.
Like the 97 and the 149. 149 seems aggressive.
What year would that be?
Something that's 18 something.
Okay.
Which seems aggressive, but like it's got to be one of, if not the oldest tennis tournaments in the world ever. The first. I don't know. It's got to have something like that. 97 feels like we're getting to the 100th anniversary. Could be a vibe.
It could be a vibe.
I'm tending to wait. Which one was C?
149.
I'll just do that as gut. We'll do 149.
Just because it's C.
Yeah.
How many times have you done that?
Statistically, it's C. Always has to be.
I double bluffed you. It's 149.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
1877 was the first Wimbledon.
I knew it.
Question number 10, the final question.
Okay.
Duncan Scott. Do you know who Duncan Scott is?
No.
He's a swimmer.
Okay.
Duncan Scott has 13 medals.
I know this.
He's won 3 gold medals.
Oh, wait, British swimmer. Or is he Scottish?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay, I know him.
Tough not to be Scottish when you're called Duncan Scott. Isn't it?
Yeah. I know.
He's got 13 Commonwealth medals
Yeah.
from the Commonwealth Games. He's got 3 golds.
Yeah.
What discipline does he not have a gold medal in?
Ooh.
The two,
Oh, we're getting multiple
You're getting
choice.
multiple choice here to help you
Perfect.
out.
Perfect.
200 meter freestyle, the 100 meter freestyle, the 200 meter individual medley, or the 200 meter freestyle relay.
He was unreal at the Olympics. They had like an unreal relay team. I don't know what. Or maybe he wasn't in the relay and I remember him being unreal at something.
I'm going to help you / confuse you. Every single event I just read, he has a medal in.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, okay, can we have the list one more time?
Yep. So we've got the 200 meter freestyle. You've got the 100 meter freestyle. You've got the 200 meter individual medley and the 200 meter freestyle relay.
The anomaly there has to be the 100 because all of the other ones were 200. So maybe he specializes in 200 over 100.
Bear in mind, for a relay, you're obviously not doing 200.
Interesting that you would throw the spanner in the works like that. So the first one was freestyle. The second one was 100
Freestyle.
Then it was medley.
Yeah. Individual medley and then freestyle
You've
relay.
done that to throw me off the scent.
There is no pattern here.
There is in my head.
I know, is there? Go on then.
It's got to be the 100 B. He doesn't have a gold in.
He has a gold that he won in Birmingham for the 200 meter freestyle.
Yeah.
He also won a gold in the individual medley
Okay, good. This is good.
on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
He won a gold in Birmingham for the 100 meter freestyle.
You'd be gutted.
He got bronze for the 200 meter freestyle relay.
It's not bad, is it?
Not bad. It's pretty
not bad, is it?
I was kind of hoping that if you were going to pick a pattern, you'd pick that.
Yeah.
The actual pattern is that he's good on his own.
Yeah, he's a good swimmer. I was going to say, yeah.
But that rounds us off to the big fat quiz of the upcoming year.
I've lost count, but I feel like I've outperformed the whole of my performances in 2025 for sure.
Yeah, I think you got 1, 2, 3. Hold on.
Maybe we shouldn't do this.
1, 2, 3, and a bit
I'll take
for the high rocks.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
It's looking like nearly 50%, which is
That's good for me.
far and away better. Next time you're going to be bringing the game. If you guys listening got better than 50%, at least put it in the comments because we'd love to crown a winner each episode. If you have games that you remember from last year or other games that you've seen on YouTube on Question of Sport, that whole thing, League of Their Own, some of the greatest TV programs ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Let us know. We'd love to do them. And yeah, other things, grind my gears, all of that goodness. In order to get involved, make sure you are following so you see all of the lovely spanking new branding and posts that are coming out. So at mindsets_podcast. On YouTube, it's the Mindsets podcast. You can find everything you need to know in the Instagram bio, on the link. You can find where to watch, where to listen, where else to follow, and happy doom scrolling, not brain rot for a change.
Yeah.
Anything else from you before we round off this episode?
No, just encourage everyone to get involved. And something you used to always say is, if you enjoy the episode, why don't you share it with someone who you think might also enjoy the episode?
Yeah.
Get it in the family group chat.
Get in the family group chat. I mean, use it for something that's interesting to you rather than just being nagged all the time. Amazing. Well, I get to say something quite exciting now,
Okay.
which I haven't said in a little while. Charles, it's been a pleasure. To you guys listening, thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Oh, nice.